Good morning and welcome to the Moop. I gotta learn how to say that better. Welcome to the Moopsyverse.
Yeah, that Moopsy in the morning kind of got stuck with you,
Yeah, I
didn't it?
did. Well, for years it was Ed and Mom and Ed in the morning, then it was Moopsy in the morning. And now because it's usually welcome to, then mental break. No, now it's welcome to the Moopsyverse. And no, that doesn't work.
It requires a little bit of training.
Yeah, it does. I haven't quite gotten there. But let's start out the morning the right way by re-rolling 60 Voth.
I thought so. But
Destroyed
that
Terran
this version
Empire
was what
ships
I've done.
in the Badlands. Well, that works because I also have destroyed Terran Empire ships for my green one.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. I want to go.
To the Terran Badlands?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, we can go to the Terran Badlands. Hang on a second, I'll send you an invitation. Yes, Italia, we have gone anime.
Love
Ooh, 6:30 though.
Badlands.
We have to go down to New Romulus because Satalia didn't want to do the Universal, or
I
because
didn't want to do it either.
well, it's still on your list, right?
Nah, I'm pretending it's not.
Yeah, but we can all go do it as a team. We'll get it just knocked out. It takes 4 minutes. I just have to make a mental note at like 6:26. We all go head there.
What? Why 6:26?
Well, because it gives us a couple minutes to get set up. It runs at 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30. It's on the hour and a half hour. And yes, Satalia, I assume you mean anime. And yes, we have gone anime. My first cosplay ever was.
Anime? What?
So the title is Full Moopsy Alchemist. My
Okay.
first cosplay ever was Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist.
I'm assuming that's some sort of anime.
It
I'm
is, yes.
sorry, I'm ignoramus when it comes to anime. I'm trying to avoid it at all cost.
Some of it's good, some of it's some of it's great, some of
I
it's
mean,
good, some of it's
I
meh.
have huge respect to the screenwriters because they come up with the most compelling stories. But as I said, I just can't stand the aesthetics of most animes. It's like, ugh,
It all depends on
the
who the artists are.
disproportionate people.
Yeah.
No, I just don't like the disproportionate bodies. I always
Well,
like the
not every.
anatomically correct people,
Yeah, some do
and then I
though.
see those.
Not everybody does the big eye, small mouth, disproportionate body sizes. I think it's one reason I liked Full Metal Alchemist is it's pretty normal body size. Um,
Okay,
Ghost in the Shell is another one. Normal body sizes. It's not that classic besom.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I did watch one of the American Netflix's animes, and I hate their aesthetic either because it feels artificial, it feels synthetic.
Well, it
It's
is.
just like done by AI.
Oh, well, some of them probably are these
Well,
days.
they've done The Witcher, they've done a Tomb Raider, they've done so many, and there's only one Badlands, and we have a space station's progress stage at the moment.
Well, to me, that's
Just
just
FYI.
animation versus anime.
Well, they
Um,
call it anime.
they
They
can call
try
it
to call
whatever
it
they want.
anime.
I get to call it whatever I want too.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. So when I'm talking anime, the stuff I really tend to enjoy is more older school stuff. So probably 90s, 2000s. And I do like the sci-fi more than I like the
Meanwhile, I grew up watching animes from the 70s.
like what?
There was a Snow White anime that was
Really?
not very Disney-esque. It was dark. Dark as hell. Um,
I
I
mean,
loved it though. There was I spoke about that one, General Daimos, which is also
yeah,
from like the
yeah.
70s. It had a very different aesthetic. Like they kind of were morphing into the anime we know now as the anime, but they weren't that much over the top when it comes to looks. That they were still trying to be realistic in terms of like visually. They try to be in style, but not necessarily over exaggerated or something like it. Oh my goodness, what is that bird?
It's Musin.
Hi, Musin. Oh my god, this thing waves.
Mm-hmm. By the way, if you'd like to join me over in the Badlands, for the Terran Badlands, not the Undine
We can go to
Badlands.
Badlands number 2, which is
Yep, that's where I'm at. I'm in Badlands too.
strange. We're in team and it's still more moved you over there. Sus.
Yeah, it does that.
Rerolling the Undine battles and why though? The worst of battle zones.
Because
It's
she
the
likes
boss
her life
battle
and doesn't
zone's
want life to
worst.
become meaningless. Where am I going to go here? Let's go over to the center. Let's start the center if it hasn't been started yet.
Sure, I'm right behind you.
Okay.
See you there.
Musin, have you played the new content yet? So I did another live stream last night after we did the afternoon one. And the timing worked out such that we got to raid Vengeance God, which I just thought was fun since he always raids us.
That was a nice revenge. I mean, return of the favor.
It was fun. Well, it looks like this one's already started.
This one's complete.
Not yet. Got a moment here. We can get a few knocked out. But it was one of the rare times that I actually got to watch Vengeance God because he usually comes on while I'm at the gym or something.
Yeah.
Time difference between them. That was fun. Turns out they usually play Star Trek Online on Mondays, which of course is the day that I don't live stream because that's a class day. Like Wednesday's stream will do class day. Oh, this one's reversed. You have to turn these off, not turn them on. So.
What? That's new.
No, you turn them on in the Undine. Is it Undine? Yeah, in the Undine battle zone. This one you turn them off.
Okay.
So if you don't disable the generators, it will just keep spawning ships for a while. Which is true in the Terran one as well. Sorry, in the Undine one. This Italia, I started off the day with 60 off. That's just like, nope, nope, instant reroll. Not doing that. Totally not doing that. Kind of miss having a red alert.
Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, well, it'll be back at the end of... I'm thinking this little event is going to last out 4 weeks because you have to do 20 of them, which brings us right into beginning of July. I'm going to bet we have a 2-week red alert, and then we go into the summer event.
Should work for it, but no.
That's
Might
my
be different.
guess. This isn't a meta event, is it?
Not that I know of, no.
No.
I think Meta Event has a bigger announcement. This one was
Yeah,
just like,
typically.
oh, there's a mini episode and there's a mini event.
So
Meta usually gets a bigger announcement.
I was experimenting on low-level tune. It's easier to do the event on the ground portion with the TFO versus doing the episode. If you have a medium to high level tune, it doesn't matter, whatever you like.
The episode is so short.
Well, yeah, but if you don't have at least some firepower, it can overwhelm you and just take forever. But if you've got a tune that's only got adequate ground stuff... Good morning, Ed.
Morning. How's it going?
But as I was saying, if you're only adequate, having the team really pulls you through. Oh, I have my 30, so we could probably kill this one. Let's see, what are we doing for our ship name? Kung Moopsy. Very nice. So, Satalia, Kung Fury Part 2 is coming out. Or, they're talking about it at least. With the notation, has nothing to do with Part 1.
Why is it called Part 2? Just make a different movie with a different title.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's like Star Trek and Star Wars.
Hollywood
That
news.
have nothing to do with anything else.
Hollywood doesn't stop surprising me with dumb decisions.
Well, Kung Fury is not Hollywood. It's out of Sweden, of all places.
Oh,
Apparently.
okay.
And Kung Fury is
Wow,
also
wow.
not out of Hollywood. So go
Okay,
figure.
the movie industry doesn't cease to make.
I liked the Shaolin soccer.
Oh, that's the deflector on this ship. I was wondering which part that's the
Shaolin
deflector.
Soccer, is that a movie or is that part of Kung Fury? Which I have not watched yet, so
It's in the kind of the same vein.
oh, okay. This one killed, that one's dead. Should just get the guys in the middle.
Generators
and
offline.
Get
One
all
to
that
go.
delicious delicious. How did we get more guys in? Is this one that died?
And there's the parody film Kung Pao Into the Fist.
Oh yeah, I think that's one of Newsom's. He has a few that he has to recommends. Me personally, I'm a Five Fingers of Death type movie.
Fingers of Death.
Five Fingers of Death. It's like a 1960s or 1970s level kung fu type movie.
The generators are offline, but enemy
Reminds me
ships
of
are crossing
Fist of the
through to
North
protect
Star.
the rift.
Oh yeah.
Stop them.
Fist of the North Star used to be Anime Hell. Oh, excuse me. Midnight Madness. We used to go to a convention that would do Saturday night. In one room, they'd have the big dance party for people who would want to do dancing. In the next room, they'd
Portal
have
is
Anime
closed.
Hell,
Excellent work.
which was 2 hours of just ridiculousness, followed by Midnight Madness, where they would have, I think MST3K meets anime, and Fist of the North Star was one of the favorites. It was Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball was written. Or Dragon Ball. Yeah.
What?
So
It was basically Dragon Ball Abridged
Thank
before
you,
Dragon Ball Abridged was.
yeah. And then Team 4 Star started doing theirs, and then they started going to this convention. But sobriety was not their thing, and those things just turned into chaos.
Oh yeah.
It was really good.
What a diplomatic way to put it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way to not get demonetized, such as we never get monetized in the first place.
It was debaucherous.
Yeah, it was. Okay, Satalia, Chris, what have you guys got? Because all I have left here are Herc ships on this one.
Back to Seoul. How are the puppers?
They're sleeping. They're not aware that they're going to have 3 days without getting to go out, but that's the way it goes. Destroy 5 Herald ships. Okay. Yeah, we could do a gateway if you'd like. But we have 3 days of rain predicted here, though at the moment it says it's 72 and clear. Chris, Natalia, are you okay with Gateway?
Sure.
Id, do you want to join us?
Yeah, I just need to go pick up some weapons.
Okay. I'll send you an invitation. We need to be at New Romulus in 10 minutes, roughly, so... I think we can get Gateway done in 10 minutes, can't we?
Because I've got polar on damage on ground, polar on damage in space, and destroy 18 destructible torpedoes.
Okay.
On. Wait, my polar on weapons.
Yeah, I think we should have a new weapon type in there where the Polaron weapons are really active sometimes and really inactive others, and they would be our bipolar run weapons.
Nice.
Exactly as Natalia, yes. Last night we got to raid Kel.
Nice. How is he?
hmm He's looking good. Looks a lot more relaxed than last time I saw him.
At the lack of stress of being screamed at by a VSTO streamer
Mm-hmm.
and blamed for everything.
Yeah, plus I'm sure the stress of not having a full-time job, but at least having some income from podcasting and live streaming can't hurt.
Okay, ready when you are.
Okay, don't know if we're going to make this the way I want to, but we'll do it. Push comes to shove, we can go do New Romulus at 7 o'clock. We are queued. Do we have flashy green thing? We do have flashy green thing. So I wound up running the TFO on every tune yesterday. So I've gotten it down. There's still a few things I gotta kind of figure out the mechanism. The second one where you're defeating the Borg while ducking around the green lights in the chamber of cold, I don't remember what they are, is the only one that's slightly tricky. Weeboo?
Affirmative.
Give me a sec. Wee woo.
Okay. And providing the rain doesn't turn into torrential rain, I will be at class tonight, so not here. If it turns into torrential rain, maybe I'll be here. Of course, if it turns into really torrential rain, I won't be here because we'll lose power, or internet, or both. Do I have a Discord? Yes. Yes, that's... should be in this, but yeah. Hang on a second, there's Discord. If you're watching us on Twitch, there should be a link. Oh, there it is. There you go. Thank you, Ed. I'm doing all this technical fancy schmancy stuff.
I'll go to the right.
Okay. And we are joined by Jill Sandwich. Good morning, Lexers. How are you doing? I didn't see you on yesterday. The link is not showing up. It's right here in... It's not showing up in the chat line? Oh. It put it down as
Oh,
being... That's weird. It just
banned me.
It just banned you. Hang on a second. Hang on. I don't know why it did that. Why is it not letting me unban you? It's not letting me unban you. Give me a sec, I'll figure that out. Oh, wow. There we go. Okay, I have to figure out how to unban you. I don't think we need me to fight for a moment here. Let's see, why is it doing that? Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. No. It's not letting me unban you. Why? Why is it doing this?
What do you want to unban?
SiriBot jumped in there because he posted a link and banned him, and I don't know why.
Oh.
Yeah.
I tried to
Ouchie.
copy paste the
Yeah, so-
Discord link, and it.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's a picky bot.
Yeah. It shouldn't do that. Come on, make that go
No.
away there. Come on. This is weird. Now it's killed my chat entirely.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm
I'm not,
refreshing
I will
chat.
not type anything for sure, because I'm afraid it's gonna ban me for no reason at all.
Yeah, it says I can request an unban in 15 minutes.
Okay.
What?
Just let me know in 15 and I'll unban you. Lexers, yeah, the new mini episode is just as long as the typical Patrol with a bit more storytelling. Yeah, exactly. I like it.
Mind it at all. I'll take it over a 3-hour episode any day. It's not like I don't like a hefty, contentful episode either. It's just like there's been too much of them, especially with events. And remember last time when they launched the first episode with Deca, and it just went into like a long episode that was like the only thing that gave you 2 points, everything else gave you 1 point, which meant you have to spend a lot of time for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
But
happened.
at least they paid attention when we said, fix that.
Yeah,
And this one
kind
you
of a
only have to
mess.
do 1 point a day, so it's okay.
Yeah, you can
Chosen,
that's
can
fun
you,
because you can see the episode.
Chosen, can you see that link that I just posted?
You posted the link in chat.
And we'll start landing.
He wanted the
Would you
Discord
just-
link, so I did that. Lexer says, by the way, I noticed something. Now when you log in for the first time on an established character, you get a few Endeavor XP. Cycling through my 70 or so gave me 20 perk points overall.
Wow, yeah, some people have already worked it out, but can't benefit from that because I don't have multiple characters I can use, so...
Yeah, well, for those of us who do have multiple characters, it worked great. Let's see.
I'll have to do a cycle of my characters, but
Yeah, do cycle through them.
I did get my my 300 low buy.
Yep. Make sure you get that.
On every character?
On every account.
No, it's a once per account.
If you've achieved 750, I believe. No, not 750. 650?
I think so, something like that. I'm at 666, so
Ooh. Discord
Endeavors.
GGYRC9GHH. Can you see that, Chosen? You should be able to see it right here in the chat box. Or in the chat box. Okay, that's weird.
Transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
I think the other ones are titles, not items, so you'd have to get through to eventually I'll get all this.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Do you know
Titles
what
in the
the
Vanity Shield's at 1250 though, so you have to wait a bit to get there for some of us.
do we know what the Vanity Shield looks like?
Nope, because nobody's at 1250
Yeah.
yet.
I mean, they did post it on Blue Sky. I don't remember who. One of the guys that worked it with Dika.
Maybe Borges.
Perhaps. It kind of is bronze-like, I suppose.
Yeah, I think that's what somebody said yesterday.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
So yesterday afternoon when everything dropped, we decided to go around and do a really quick show. And apparently Bordicus and some of the other devs were running around seeing who was streaming what and trying to get some feedback, which is kind of nice. It was, I thought, a good sign, that they're interested in our responses.
Shipyard
Nice.
troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
I mean, they really aren't, but it's nice to make the illusion that they are.
How do you know they aren't? Casual said the devs were talking about adding more rewards for different milestones, and he said one of the devs showed the Vanity Shields in action. It more or gold plates your ship with a golden hue to the shield. Okay. Well, we will not be doing the Universal until 7 o'clock, because otherwise we'd have to quit this right now, and we won't do that. So we'll get it at 7, so probably nothing.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
There really is a gold Vanity Shield.
Gold?
Isn't there a Ferengi Vanity Shield
There's a
that's
platinum
gold?
one.
There's a
Is that a
gold
Vanity?
Ferengi ship, but it's not.
I thought it was
Is
Not a
Vanity
Vanity
Shield.
Shield.
Houston says, wait, they
I-
took my idea? Well, yeah?
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Oh, I'm so not into this one.
I want a winter Vanity Shield that makes it look like the ice sculpture.
I like that one. Glass cannon. Or ice cannon.
Guess I'm the only one closing portals on this side.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run
Come
to
over
the
and help
planet.
you if you want. We were doing randoms yesterday, and this I think was our last random of the evening. So there were 5 of us not lacking in firepower. And that poor, poor Dreadnought. He's kinda melted. Anyone in for
The
Azure
troop
Nebula
transports
after
from the
this? I
starbase
suppose we could do
are
Azure
moving toward the
Nebula.
planet.
Why though?
He's got Tholian ships. Maybe he likes Azure Nebula? Destructible torpedoes?
The
If we
troop
can use some more
transports from the
destructible
starbase
torpedoes.
are moving toward the planet.
Do that one. 60 Tholian ships and 3 dreads. Yeah, that'll do it for you. Fine, I come down. Closing the radiation portals and they're already getting fixed.
A Herald Dreadnought has it.
Is it me or they scaled up a few endeavors? They said they weren't changing the endeavors yet, but they were looking at it. And I haven't seen anything that isn't typical.
They added more. They had all the space ones built.
No, they added more rewards, but the endeavors themselves they haven't changed yet.
Right.
I assume that's what he meant. But yeah, they did change the rewards, or up the rewards. So there's 24 new ones? Let's see, they added 500 at each. Somebody did the
Math? Ew.
math. I don't have to do math professionally anymore. I'm not going to do it for fun.
Don't have to do no math no more.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? You're right. It used to only be 5, 10, and 30. If it's 60 Prolian ships, that might be a typo. Because they used to have a couple things that would show up as being 60 or 120 of something. But it's just a typo, so that may be that case. Oh, let's go see if you need to get 30 or 60. And we can go do Azure Nebula. Stick an X in chat, though I can invite you. Since we're out of here. You've mapped, gosh darn it. Where should I post the 2 photos? On Discord. You can post them in ship build. Hold it. Data's Gallery. Data's Gallery is a great place for pictures. Lexers, I've sent you an invitation. I assume it was on 26. Oh, which tune do you want it on? Oh, placeholder, okay. There you go.
My neck hurts so bad this morning. I must have slept wrong.
I'm queuing us up for Azure Nebula Rescue. It's in a private queue, though.
No, we would then.
So no, we will. Because Lexer's character is Klingon allied, and yet I can link him into our parties sometimes.
Yeah, you can party privately. You just can't team up with a
I
standard.
should be able to team him, and I was able to team him. That's the weird thing.
The Tholians have captured
Yeah,
a
I
number
know,
of
and it only
Romulan
happens with a
Republic
few of
ships,
his
and we need to
tunes, so I'm
free
not quite sure.
them. The ships
I
are
think he's
Go to
special.
the one to the east.
Okay.
Whichever is east, which one is north? Oh, okay.
Which one
I
is
consider-
north?
I consider the one facing the camera.
Our time here is
North.
limited. Stay focused,
I just look at the
plan your
mini-map.
attacks, and save as many ships as possible. Every loss is
Can take the
critical
south
for my
then.
people.
Okay, well you said you're going east, I guess we'll go west. Yeah, we have been able to team Lexers.
The Tholians are using their energy wells to track your ships. Target and fire the nose connected to them. If you are caught inside the well, try to destroy or silence it and escape before it collapses in on you.
So Lexers, if you just kind of keep an eye on your kill count, if it suddenly closes off and you know we haven't killed 60 yet, then it is a glitch. Otherwise, they changed it, but I don't remember there ever been 60 ships.
This 3's gone. I'm going to come down to the 5.
More
Five's
fighting
gone.
escapes are on the way here.
Just camp out
Going
there.
back to
Just
camp
find a
here?
spot
Okay.
and you can camp. Unless, you know, something pops up. Now reads 22 of 30, but displayed 0 of 60 earlier. So it is one of those things where the display is wrong.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. This is with a couple of things. I think it was same with the Dewan arthropods. Sometimes it shows like you need 120, but it
Yeah,
actually
that
does
was
it
it. It
after
was the
60.
D1 arthropods.
Yeah. You know, in this lighting, the ship detail actually pops nicely.
There's a
forgot
2
that
at
there's-
east.
I forgot that Azure Nebula has a cool lighting now.
Right. Chosen has posted. Chosen has posted some pictures if you want to take a look. It's very nice.
There.
So it's in Data's gallery. This is my Yorktown class USS Bedford and my Stowe captain sitting in her captain's chair on the bridge. Also, if there was a Star Trek show that had an Odyssey class as the poster ship, do you think the USS Bedford will fit as the hero ship? Hey, make your own show. That's when you get to do it. That's why I write fanfic. That I get to be the star. My ships get to be in charge. Let's have fun.
You're making screenshots with your phone? Ouch.
I'm not, that's for sure.
Yeah, but-
I have no capability for that.
No, I'm talking about Chosen. There's a screenshot made with a phone.
How do you do what? Yeah, you could pick up Discord, but how would you pick up the game on your phone?
I mean, you can make pictures in the game by just typing screenshot into the chat menu.
Or hit Windows Shift S and you can get a screen
Yeah, but that
grab.
usually captures, but that captures the HUD. You can actually avoid capturing the HUD. Type /screenshot
Or
and
you
then choose the screenshot JPG.
Yeah, you can also
So
just
it
hit,
creates a JPEG without the HUD.
if it's Alt F12.
That's for Steam, yeah.
Yeah, that'll remove it.
I run Steam.
Working on this one over at West.
But the JPG actually does have a feature like if you create upscale, if you run a higher render scale, like render scale 2, it grabs it in higher resolution and pops with more detail. This is how I've been doing screenshots for shit, but I have to do with this one. I haven't gone
Good morning,
through
Cliff.
about doing that with this one.
And yes, we have run the new TFO. Yes, it's confusing the first 1 or 2 times through, and then you figure out what's going on.
Yeah,
Going
once you
to the
figure it
two
out, it's
itself?
less painful. It is confusing at first, because I had no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know. We're listening because we wound up screwing up. I wound up screwing up and not getting in the first run through with everybody. So they're like, what? And I'm seeing people from other chats going, oh, you do this, you did that. Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
When you can't see it.
Just like, and you know, the briefing doesn't make it any better.
No, I was hoping.
I
the
mean, it
briefing would make it
explains things, but it explains too much in lore, but it doesn't explain anything in like the flow of what you need to do first, what's next, etc.
The
I'm ahead
upshot
to
is
that
half of
three
you
at
go into the
least.
first room on the left, half of you go into the first room on the right.
I'm just camping this house and I'm not moving about.
Okay.
Yeah, you look like you're in the north.
Why do you sound like you're from the north? A lot of places have a north.
A Jalan warbird is escaping.
Oh, I get so much stuff so fast. Probably don't need to salvage any more of this either. Now I has some room. We've only had one level 5 so far, right? So that's only one dread.
Yeah,
I
the
think so.
tarantula at the start was the only one so far.
A Hapax warbird is
Oh,
escaping.
Tholians! Want some gamma radiation?
Gonna go to the 3 to the south.
Musin should not be allowed to come up with any more ship names. He's going too far. What a surprise! Musin's going too far. Who'd have thunk?
No. They did not like my gamma radiation burst.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
I thought they were crystal, like they shouldn't care.
There's a 2 at north.
There's 3 down south.
Yeah, I'm freeing that one right now.
You're doing it alone, yeah.
That. I didn't see you there, but yeah.
I'm just sitting here all the time. Hello?
Hey, Musin, just because the system allowed it doesn't mean that somebody's not going to go, hey.
Why, what did you name a
I'm
ship?
not going to say it. I don't want to get monetized. Not like we get monetized. It is a sexual reference.
God. I mean, normally they should have filtered them out.
No, if you put enough, spell things slightly differently or infer
Creative
things.
spelling. Right.
Yeah, it's the inference that you can get away with.
I mean, yeah, people have been doing that all the time. Like, I mean, still, I've seen the most ridiculous names in Marvel Rivals, for instance. And I'm like, is this Pagoran? Instead of, swapping it out. The first letters.
South.
Well, I just died. How fun. And we have an ad starting in 3 minutes. No problem.
Dear Lord Musin.
A Hapax warbird is escaping.
I have to agree with Picard. There is a simplicity in the design of the Chameleon's weapon user. Shame they didn't give us a bridge.
There's no
But
bridge?
then again, yeah, like they've done a unique bridge for any of the unique ships in the past
No, they haven't
3
done
years
bridges.
or so.
And they said they're not going to.
It's just a shame.
I agree. They said it's not worth the time and money it takes to do a detailed bridge.
You're making a ship you're overcharging for. Get a bit of effort.
I'm
like,
not arguing this, I'm telling you what I have been told and have heard. Personally,
I will disagree
I would pay the
with
money
that.
for a nice bridge. Unique bridges.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Like we
nice that they've unlocked all of them, because I put the Zinketti bridge on this, and Zinketti bridge is amazing. And it's actually probably one of the largest bridges of the unique ships. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if you know how the Zinketti bridge looks like.
I have to
Just
get the ship.
love it.
Yeah, it only dropped
Nice.
one falchion this time, so only one dreadnought for you. Last
Yeah, I
exclusive
only have.
bridge
I
was
still
the
have 3.
the DSC and the Mirror DSC. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
the
either.
last one.
I love distinct bridges. I love ship interiors.
You should have it because you don't have to have the you don't have to have the Crossfield class to get it. The Dreadnought that Tassie helped you build.
It's a shame that we still don't
Terran
have
one.
the. It's a
Let's
shame
go
that
see.
we still don't have the The NNX bridge.
NX is a crime. Like that's like NX has been since in the game like for a long time. Even the tier 1 that was way back when. Then they did the tier 6 one in 2016, and it never got. And that was still when they were making those bridges. Like hello, hello, that was a big missed opportunity. And I would love to see those interiors. I know they'll be very cramped because, like, yeah,
Do we not get a
but
choice
still,
of marks in this one?
I think no longer. I don't know.
We should get our choice between Romulan and fleet marks, though. Or did I just bleep through the screen too fast? No rewards. Okay,
don't-
Lexer said that too. No rewards.
So it just tosses out. Excuse me, I wasn't fighting. Oh, we're back into Badlands battle zone in the middle of Terran occupied space. How about
Lexers, I
no?
think. Say what?
No, I'm sorry. I just said I've spawned in the middle of Terran occupied space, and they started firing at me as soon as I showed up. It's like, no, not happening.
Shoot, I don't have a NPC on this one. Alright, I don't think I got any rewards. Did anybody get rewards for that one?
I don't think I had a window pop, but now I have amnesia and I don't recall. But I don't think I
Satalia,
got a pop.
Did either of you get rewards? Not me. Okay, everybody, let's send in a quick little message. They're going, hey, WTF. They don't really have a complaint line anymore. Tips, I'm stuck, can't support character problems.
I want to speak to the manager.
Alright, summary.
The TFI did not grant me the rewards. Ouch. That hurt.
What is today? There. There. My complaint is lodged. Will they respond? Who knows. Okay.
I mean, I
did.
don't think they have responded ever since they took over.
Well, yeah, they have. They actually are really good at responding on some things.
The tickets?
Yeah, I get responses. I get an email usually the next day going, hey, we're checking into it or whatever. But anyway, it at least says successfully submitted ticket. Okay, so Lexers, you want to do something. What is it you need? Do you need some more?
I still have 3 dreadnoughts.
Okay, let's do a Hive Onslaught then. It generates at least 5. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll queue us up for Hive Onslaught here. And then we're going to go off to New Romulus. We will. Yes, but
We were.
Lexers, we always have to go with a group. Chris needs 3, so we're doing Hive Onslaught. Otherwise, we'd have to do 2 things.
I refreshed the page and it says I'm banned from even viewing.
You can't
I put
hit
in the-
request an unbanning?
Oh, I just did.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Wait, did it ban you from like the channel entirely?
Yeah.
Yep.
What the hell? Bart has been a little bit too much on the bonking side today.
Oh yeah, it's
Did a-
not happy. I'm gonna
It
have
did a
to.
major bonk today. That was so random since you just posted the link for the Discord
Yeah,
anyway.
let me see what
What
I
the
can
heck?
do as soon as I get out of here. Id. Lock, ban, kick, timeout, disconnect. No.
There's usually the option to unban by simply //
Yeah,
like
no, it's not letting me do anything.
bot is part of Skynet. Really feels like it.
Yeah, it's not even notifying me, and I'm wondering if it's going to notify Pi instead. Who is on vacation this week, so maybe we can reach out to him.
I think they've done something with the cloak effect of ships.
Moopsy Vanity Shield, there we go. That is Talia's new ship name.
Resistance is futile.
As soon as we're done here, I'm going down to this. So if anybody wants to join me down there, we can team up and get Universal knocked out. I have to switch to a different team. One sitting in front of me, thank you. Oops. Oh, that was a nice effect.
Which one?
It looked like, I can't really explain it, like waves of light. Kind of like the effect you get when you do the Rizian field. Go. But vertically as opposed to horizontally. Like ripples.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another. That formless flame. Weak. Fallible.
Good die. Did you get feedback?
Yep. I didn't finish up in the current time. I'm a little bit away from the distance.
And Chosen has put some more pictures on Discord, so
Eternal! This is not the end.
Oh, you'll be
Oh
back
my
in
god,
30.
I'm gonna murder someone. Someone's been drilling all morning and I'm so annoyed.
yeah, that would
The
be.
noise is like killing me.
I'm going to disband this team real quick. If anybody would like to join me over on New Romulus.
Server not responding. 7 seconds in. And that'll be some. That sounds about right. I haven't had that in a while. Has to pop up every now and then.
Yes, was happening.
The server infrastructure is still divided into US and EU, right?
Oh, apparently I'm already on New Romulus. And apparently I've already done this one. Huh. That's not good. Yay. New. See episodes.
The arrival of House Mokai forces from the past is a cause for concern. Ja'ula is a controversial figure. and we need to
Lexer says, I
handle-
recently found out that in the Mortal Kombat franchise, Sonya and Cage had a daughter. When you play one of
After
her
recent
parents
events,
and defeat her, she
that's
begs
the
for her
last
life.
thing anyone in
Well,
the
that's
Alliance needs.
kinda
I've arranged
grim.
to simulate-
Well, I'm on New Romulus. If anybody would like to team with me to do
the
the...
real thing soon enough.
Hopefully I need it on this
I
account.
want you to be ready if that happens.
I'm on 2.
Oh shoot, I don't need it on this account either. What the heck? To understand, I might need to do this too. Let's get it done. Okay, I need this on this one. You said you're on 2, Id?
Yep.
Let's see if this takes me down there. Right.
How are you doing it? In a minute I need to jump into phone, so I'm gonna have
Okay.
to scram.
No worries. Okay, so the red alert is Isha Forest, which, if I remember right, is actually the Pejos crater, correct? So, Satalia, beam yourself over to Pejos crater.
Those crater.
Mm-hmm. Well, there, and just go shoot things. Make sure you beam over, though. There we go. Okay. Now you just shoot Herodians. You do have to hit at least one. Lexers, I'm not sure if you're asking what happened just now. Every single tune has already done this except for one, and I couldn't remember which tune hadn't done this. Universal. Very embarrassing. Go up here.
So I've got fourth ground and destroy Undine ships. I'll just go to this sphere. Dyson sphere and get that out of the way.
So you're at 49%. This should be easy. And for those of you who are curious, you don't have to succeed in this one. You just have to do it. No, Chosen, I will take a look once we're done here, but this, because you can only do the universal, the 2 times per hour that it wakes up. I'm going to have a very busy couple of days.
I don't know, Mom, if you noticed what ship I was flying today.
I did not notice. What ship were you flying today?
The Premilian Battle Cruiser.
How did you get a permit? Oh, did you decide to get that one?
It didn't come up with the R&D box because it's a lockbox ship, but I just traded it in
so
for
how
another,
did you
for another.
get it? Did you already have one, or did you win a new one?
No, I had. Do you remember I got the R&D box for
Yeah.
choice pack, so I just swapped it out
Oh, okay.
with someone.
Oh, alrighty.
Someone wanted something else, and I wanted that one, so I didn't want the Premilian, so I just swapped it out, and
that's one way
I
to
like
do
it. It's very tanky, so it's a fun ship to fly. I put a bowl anti-proton build on it, and with 2 torps at the front, and it really does survive, and it does damage. I think I got don't remember the exact output, but 160k, I think, something around 170. Got in ISE and and HSE.
Nice.
So it survives great, but it also does nice damage because with the tier 6 axe tokens, put twice on it.
Oh,
So you get
nice.
2 extra consoles.
Good
Get
use of
7 isomags. So 7 isomags equals a lot of firepower. So even though I have
Yeah.
only 3 tactical consoles, it's 7 isomags on it, so that compensates nicely. Yeah, I can't complain. Plus, I like the old school retro 1980s visual on it because it looks like a. It doesn't have windows, which is one thing that is kind of off-putting. But then again, it didn't have any windows in TNG, so that's understandable.
Yeah, well, Windows.
But then again, it's like a 1,000-year-old design, so I guess the Premiums were like probably prioritizing survivability and resilience rather than,
Yeah.
oh, we can look outside the window, oh, kind of thing.
Windows.
Still,
I'm just going to just punch a hole in the
flies
wall
great.
here. We'll have a window.
I mean, everyone says that in spaceships, windows are a liability.
Yes, they are.
They create a hole in the hull, and they
Yes, they do.
they have to have the material has to have a different density, so you can actually look through it.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, they're obsolete and redundant, but
So, Chosen, I just took a look at your pictures, and everybody can. They're up in Data's galleries. Nice look. At some point, Chosen, do you have the option, because I know you don't play on PC, do you have demo record in your systems? I'm thinking you might not.
But that's not from PC.
No, he plays off console.
Well, console gets the option to do screenshots, but they come with the HUD and everything. So
Right, yeah, it's just I don't know that they would have demo record because it sucks up a huge amount of computer space to do demo record. But you can take the
it's not even about the
amazing
space.
shots.
You don't have the interface. I don't think they bothered when they
Yeah.
made the console version to actually re-implement it. So you need to have options which you don't get on console.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
think
one.
so.
That's one issue that you have.
Do I have Lex knives? I don't have Lex knives. Ah! What am I going to do? La 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 la. How can I not have good toys? Goodness
I have to
gracious.
say I like the visual of the tentacles applied to the Kathy station and to the cube. There were some new particle effects that we haven't had in STR before. I don't know if I'm the only one who noticed that.
I certainly didn't. You
Like
are-
the visual on the scanning pieces.
I mean, the tentacles aside, it's just a particle effect that surrounds the the tentacles that just kind of when they spawn
It's in the
on the
cutscreen
hull
at
of
the end.
this.
Yeah,
It's
I
at
know.
this cutscenes at the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks really nice. The effect that we haven't seen it either. That was a nice change.
Come on, little button right there. Thank you.
There were a couple of effects that were completely new, so
Yes.
they definitely have someone who sat down and deliberately made those to look really nice and shiny and fresh.
They did spend some time putting some good thoughts together. I like it. There we go. I want that one. All right, I'm going to get out of here because I actually have to go and try and get all my car issues resolved today, which may or may not happen. Is this
Car
overtime? This
issues?
is overtime, Obi-Wan. Theoretically, it's 6 to 7, but...
Yeah, but Mom doesn't get paid overtime. That's why she runs.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize till this morning that I only have 2 effective days to get my car stuff figured out. Or at least get them
What's
to
wrong
go.
with your car?
I have a temporary license for my car, and in
Oh, so
theory,
you're still tackling the license thing.
well, this is a different thing, maybe. So this is the license plate for the car, and I could do it
Oh.
online, but you have to have a local driver's license, which I don't have yet. So I thought I'd just go in there with all my documentation and go, hey, can I just get a 30-day extension because I'm supposed to get my license on the 15th of July. And in theory, the
Yeah.
cops probably won't even pull me over for it, but it's one of those. Let's see if we can just get this resolved in the meantime.
Yeah, it's better to have it out of the way just in case. You know, you never
Exactly.
know where you might need to drive, and just,
yeah,
you might run into.
I have to drive almost
Cops
every
and
day,
that.
so yeah, I need to make sure I have a license that's...
You don't want to run into a cop that had a bad day and wants to ruin someone else's day.
Yeah.
To give him reasons.
Yeah, no, I tend to be very polite, going, hey, you're right, but this is what's going on. I'm doing what I can. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. Everyone have a wonderful day, and as we like to say around here, stay
In the Moopsyverse. What?
Moopsy! Moopsy!
Shun the non-believer! Shun!
And I'll get the rest of those in there someday. Everyone have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.